The Handyman's Secret, a quick synopsis by Robert P. Fitton. The handyman is Webster Howard, and he does have a secret. Webster works around Hamilton performing his handyman skills. He also works at First Parish Church, as well as assuming some grooming duties at the Frothingham stalls. Hamilton Fletcher has a very expensive horse entered. Vinny, a horse owned by Underworld Interest and managed by Coco Stefani, is set to run in the stakes. Coco is not only upset that Webster had taken ill with a sick stomach, but Bucky Driscoll is messing around with Vinny, and that sends Coco into a wild rant. But Coco's anger is mitigated by a woman in her 20s with pinned up hair and black painted nails. Her name is JB, Janet Boudreau, and she boards her horse at the Fletcher stables where she competes in dressage and jumping events. Coco invites her over to Club Max. Then the confused Lark Larson arrives, annoying Coco, who tells him to bet on the 30-to-1 Jingle Bells. I have left several clues in this activity before the race. Jones finds it odd that Reverend Bricker of First Parish is at the track. With Bucky Driscoll screaming for Jingle Bells, Lark cleans up after putting down $1,500 from his winning lottery ticket. Coco is livid, but at the same time he's thinking of JB. Escorted by Pinky Harris from the state police, Lark goes to claim his extraordinary winnings. Hamilton Fletcher is furious that his own horse has lost the race, and Coco isn't too happy about explaining Vinny's performance. As Lark is out buying a new boat, Webster Howard seems stressed. And why did Hamilton Fletcher offer more money for Webster's work? Never turn down cash, son. Coco confides to Jones, I fell for JB the minute she walked up to Vinny. And he claims that somebody spiked the water on Vinny. As a nor'easter approaches the coast, Webster goes out to sea in his boat. So Lark buys his own boat. Tom McGill, Captain Kendall from the marina, and Jones are watching Lark in his new boat speeding around the harbor. But Lark is going in circles on a collision course with Webster Howard's boat. Now pay attention. A woman in a white off-road vehicle is staring at the bay from the knoll above the marina. There are scrapes on the deck of the maintenance-free. Jones is confused. How do you crash a boat into the only boat in the bay? But here's what Jones finds out when he's brought out to the crashed boat by Captain Kendall. Webster Howard is dead, and Lark thinks he killed the handyman. A couple of clues here. There's a napkin, like a dinner napkin from a restaurant with the letters in purple, RL. And dried blood is on Webster's shirt and jeans. The medical examiner, Clayton Morris's nephew, Stubble, completes the autopsy. Webster has been murdered somewhere else. But Lark thinks he's going to jail. Webster was supposed to be out fishing for tuna. Webster's wife, Mabel, didn't know about the RL napkin. And why was State Trooper Bannister O'Connell always over Mabel's house? Father Gallagher is having a confrontation with the Reverend Bricker about land in Hamilton. This is important. Bricker is shifty and Gallagher wants to build a chapel in Hamilton. First Parish Church land, however, and Bricker wants a youth camp built there. Additional information from Stubble. Webster was hit hard from behind. Lark hires Clyde Hooper, who is supposed to be an intel agent. Hooper, however, is a complete knucklehead. When Jones first meets him, he's upside down on a maple branch in the center of town. Again, who was the woman on the bridge in the SUV overlooking the marina when Lark crashed into the maintenance-free? Okay, another clue. There was red paint on the hull of the maintenance-free. That was the scrape. Jones, eager to find out what happened, wants to know where Webster was actually going in the maintenance-free. He does this with tests and computations. And why did Webster leave on a Monday? There's no blood on the boat, but on Webster. And remember, Clyde Hooper is one of those bizarre characters who buzz into town and bothers Jones with silly theories and odd idiosyncrasies. Hooper is really a pain in the ass. Jones has one of his side road theories. Webster was an experienced fisherman. He must have had access to the weather forecast. Why sail into a nor'easter? Lark is known for his dumb theories about murder investigations. Lark believes that a passing trawler lured Webster into a Canadian fisherman's boat, all for revenge because Webster caught too much tuna. It really gets bad when Bucky is investigating Webster's murder with Hooper. Hooper did detective work for Lark when he was a coach. Need I say any more? Jones learns that Webster Howard's wife likes to spend beyond her means, which could mean something. Hooper actually finds out what RL on the napkin means. Well, what the hell, if you'll pardon me, Reverend, is going on with Bricker? Bricker is in L.G. Bentley's law office. He hurls papers at L.G. and then stomps out. L.G. pounds his fist on the table. Then the Reverend races around the common. L.G. goes right to his phone. Bricker would not even sell the land when it was up for sale 6 months earlier. Maybe this is important. JB did come over to the club to meet Coco. Now Coco has taken off out of town with JB. The good news, however, for all readers of Matthias Jones books is that Bucky Driscoll is missing. Pinky Harris has not investigated the red scrape on Webster's boat. Jones will bring the paint chips over to the Fletcher Paint Factory for examination. Jones now has the results of his other tests. The captain at the marina, Captain Kendall, said Webster's tank was half empty, which means that would bring him about 250 miles. Death was at 3 to 4 a.m. according to Stubble. Chicken Marcella, and there was an infection in his throat and stomach. The body was definitely moved and dragged. Webster crawled below to try and get on the radio, but he didn't make it. That's all I'm saying about this book, but it is a scary confrontation for Jones near the end. As Bill Jones would say, the obvious is the obvious. The Handyman's Secret is available at Amazon in paperback and Kindle, and the audiobook is at audible.com and iTunes. I'm Robert P. Fitton, and this has been a quick synopsis. P.S. That red scrape really does mean something.